Hello, all. We are with Hema at Healing Hands today, where a lot of people look at money as evil and non spiritual. So, we have Hema here who aligns money with soul. So, let's get started today. And hello, Hema. Welcome to the show. Hi there. Yeah, hi. Yeah, I'm good, Hema. So nice to have you in our show today. Yeah. So I just wanted to ask you one thing. What made you change your profession? From finance, you have been into finance and investments, and how did you take a plunge into this? As a manifestation coach and to mentor entrepreneurs.
It's a very important question. So I will try to make it short. Uh, I have been very passionate about brain and human emotions, human behavior. To my memory, I think in eighth standard I started exploring these stuff. My inspiration was from books of Swami Vivekananda. Since then, when I didn't even know what is healing and stuff, I have been learning about chakras, brain, and I learned that human mind can be molded to any form. And in 11th standard, I came across books of palmistry and subconscious mind. So I was always inclined towards the subtle. And for fun, I was even trying to manifest something from the subconscious mind book. I don't know how, but I manifested my spouse, you know, the one I'm married to now. So this again strengthened the belief, but I think so. Once life got busy, never ventured into it too seriously. But yoga meditation was always my thing. But again, life took a turn. I always call it a beautiful disruption. Huge, turmoil on my finances and personal life. Exactly when I was pregnant with my second son, and I had no other option that I could not share with anyone out of shame, not even with friends, and I had to deal with it all alone myself. Having my fetus in the womb, I could not allow my sadness or stress to impact it because I knew how it would impact the baby. And that is where I opened up to my skills that I had earlier. And that is, I came across Silva, Ultra Mind. You could have heard of Mind Valley. Yeah, yeah. I started my work there again because I had a belief that this works. 3 months to my beginning, everything started changing. One of my friends approached me. She was 10 years elder to me, but she approached me that, Hima, whatever you're doing, I want to practice. She was getting results. Until then, I never knew I could help someone. I was a freelance therapist. I was doing psychotherapy, counseling, and stuff in freelance. Where thanks to my spouse who used to take care of my newborn baby. That is when I thought, ki, okay, it means I can help someone. I can transfer the knowledge to someone, and that's all my journey started. To recover from that beautiful disruption, step after step, and so many manifestations, new challenges, again manifestations, until I reached my goal in this last 4 years. I realized that no matter how much I invested in so many mentors, until I ventured into my self work, self work was not enough. Yeah, I did 8 years back and it is enough now. No. Every time I was stuck, I was not finding answers with the available frameworks, and I had to go into my inner work and heal. And every time I healed a part of me, there was a new success. And that taught me an important lesson. Being a believer of yoga and manifestation, subconscious mind. Now the new belief of healing also came. I realized that this is where entrepreneurs are missing and a lot of people are not talking about.
Yeah,
We're
exactly.
talking
Yeah.
about technical stuff,
Yeah.
frameworks, but see, take the data. There are big mentors. Monthly, they charge 1, 2 lakhs, and people spend lakhs. Is every person in that community successful? No,
No.
10% is successful. What happens to this 90%? Because they're not aligning to the inner work, they don't understand that dynamics, the frameworks, they're not able to get there.
Yeah.
Because their emotions, beliefs, blocks are blocking.
Yeah.
So I decided that I want to be that person. People told me, ki, you just become a business coach. No, you just become a money coach. But manifestation was something in my blood. I felt I was born for it. I haven't done any expensive certifications.
Yeah.
But with my experience and learnings, whatever I have gained, I realized that I have to take it. And so I combined it with helping entrepreneurs and slowly helping them launch and amazing results. People who are stuck for almost 7, 8 years, just within 1 or 2 months, how are they able to get the changes?
Yeah. So, what is that you offer in your program? Maybe that might be something which has worked for you, made it in a way that it can help people taking into consideration what all worked for you. Is it in that format you have done it, or taken it from somewhere, or just passing it on to your students? How was it?
So, Bindu, we need to understand that no knowledge is been created by us.
Yeah.
Lot of people, even my mentees, they say, Hema, it will be like copying something, and no, how can I? So I will tell them this: no one has created knowledge. Everyone had learned from somewhere, inspired from somewhere, and they transferred it in a different variation. So knowledge is same.
Yeah.
But what attracts people to you is going to be the version, your articulation, your examples, the way you deliver. So I cannot take things from somewhere and give it. It will not work. Otherwise, they could work with them itself, right?
Yeah.
Me, I go deep. Neither I go completely into occult, nor I just remain logical with only the psychology. I combine both. I believe that we all need logics. We have been trained with logics. And we thought that we'll not be convinced. So, along with my manifestation, I add the right logics which people are able to resonate with the reality. And that is how they are able to work on. Otherwise, business people, entrepreneurs, they are spiritual people, but when it's about money and work, people work on right and wrong. Yeah. So in my program, I, alongside the framework, business growth framework, I ensure they have a routine until they are with me. Okay. A guided routine.
Yeah. Something that has worked for you also,
Yes,
isn't it? Because, yeah. Because I have seen in my experience, whatever has worked for you, you know firsthand this works. Most of the business organizations, mentoring people that I have met, they just give it. They just give it without any life. You don't see life in that. So when you have gone through the process of it, this works.
Exactly.
So I think so that is where people are able to relate to you.
And only when you go through the process, you understand the difficulties and the possibilities of failure.
Yes.
Until you have not gone through the pain, when a client comes, will you be able to understand and empathize? You will just give them the solution and leave. But only when they tell the problem, you can only resonate. And that is what specialty. People say, like, now public speaking coach comes. She says, Hema, you seem to be a public speaking coach. How come you are speaking so well about my topic? Then the aviation coach, cabin crew coach comes. She says, Hema, how come you're talking as if you are a cabin crew coach? So only because you have gone through such experiences, so you are able to place yourself there, and then they are able to relate. And that is what gives excitement and curiosity for them also to work with you. So you will have to
There is a connection built because that's what you give it to them, and then you feel, this person can solve for me, because there are a lot of platforms where people do it. Even I have experienced it myself, and you leave it, you think there is nothing more here. I'm just left like that, and I don't know what to do next. So that is so important.
So here we need to keep building curiosity on as they keep doing things. They think, my God, still it is there. There's so much they are able to get value out of time and money they invest. Money is secondary, but the time matters a lot. Right? Taking your debts and your commitments, everything is counted. And that I respect.
I understand that part, and I've seen, me as a healer also, when I do this energy healing, many of them ask for how to manifest money. Money is a major setback for me. So what do I do? So money is something, is an energy, So maybe you would have realized that part. And how do you work with that mindset? When a client comes to you, you may be knowing they are actually anxious about it. They would have had a lot of lack of it in their life. How do you deal with that?
First, we work on the attachment. People are focusing on money with only materialistic goals, and that doesn't give deep motivation. That motivation is very temporary. You go aggressive, I have to achieve, say, 50 lakhs, 1 crore, and few days you do, and then you become tired. But first thing comes when you shift their identity. You will have to show them a new person of themselves. You have to recreate their own identity. How I see Bindu, or I'm Hema, so how I see Hema. Hema sees Hema has to change. When Hema's image of Hema changes, the way Hema acts, talks, and behaves and implements is different. So first thing I work on in their identity. So
beautiful,
so one of the public speaking coach, to just give an example, she has very good confidence and skills. 7 years she has been into this field.
Hmm.
She has worked with top brands. She said, Hema, I was stuck still for 5 years. The change and pace with which I'm going in last 3 months, it has released all my stuck energy from 6 years. This is an immense change for me. I was not even doing 20% of this earlier. I didn't even have 20% of clarity what I have today earlier.
Okay.
And every time we do a group call and doing a webinar, she voluntarily comes to the webinar and says, Hema, I want to share something about you. I'm
Okay.
like, oh, people will think as if I have brought in her.
Yeah,
No.
yeah.
She comes voluntarily and says, I want to share something here. Just imagine the transformation that she has felt, the connect she has felt, that
Yeah,
she's so
yeah,
eager to
yeah,
get it
yeah,
herself.
yeah,
How many of us come forward like that? So
yeah,
there's a deep connection created, right?
yeah, yeah,
Imagine
yeah.
7 years working with big brands,
Hmm.
but not getting that change.
Hmm.
You're lost in the crowd.
Yeah,
But here I feel that everyone is that, I say the soulmate clients.
yeah,
Right?
yeah.
If they have come to my life, they have come to teach me something, they have come to bring some qualities out from me, and they're looking up. And it's our duty to change them.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
first is identity, and then comes rest of everything.
Everything, yeah.
So 50%
So,
of the
yeah,
work is done when I have
yeah,
shifted their image of
yeah, yeah. I can resonate with this because everything starts with you and ends with you.
Yes.
You know, it's all about you. You know,
Yeah.
the how you are to yourself. That's what you're
Exactly.
saying. You know,
Yeah.
so you build up that part and then take them
Yes.
forward. What are the other common problems that entrepreneurs bring? You know, bring
Yeah.
forth.
So when you said that
Yeah,
it all starts with you,
yeah.
see, when people come,
Hmm.
first thing they will say, I don't have money to invest.
Hmm.
So I only ask them one question. Samjo, there is a peon,
Hmm.
right, working in a bank.
Hmm.
What would be his average salary?
Yeah.
Some 10
10 to
15,000.
15,000. Yeah.
But say someone is offering him that if you pay me 10 lakhs of donation,
Hmm.
I will get your son a government job. Now tell me, will he arrange this or not?
You'll surely arrange.
He will arrange.
Yes.
He will somehow, they say, no,
Hmm.
we'll pledge our life
Yeah,
to
yeah.
serve our children.
Hmm.
Now, why is he doing that? Can he afford 10 lakhs?
Yeah, it's
But there
tough.
is a deep motivation for him that his son's future will be secure.
Hmm.
That passion for that allows him to take any risk.
Hmm.
So if there's a need,
Hmm.
everything will align.
Yeah.
When I say when the student is ready,
The
the
teacher
teacher appears.
appears. Yeah.
That is how it works.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So first thing is people say कि money nahi hai, resources nahi hai. No, it is not the fact. It's only you are not able to see the resources or the benefits. So I will
Yeah.
have to show them what ahead is there or what they are missing.
Hmm.
So first thing is the problem money.
Hmm.
Now again handling this money challenge, you don't have to always exchange money for money.
Yeah.
You can exchange money for a service. I remember my mentors who used to take their own clients as their own interns.
Hmm.
Example, you do this task for me.
Hmm.
If I have to pay salary 15,000 every month for that task,
Hmm.
so we will deduct from your fees. It's
Hmm.
a barter system where we exchange service. If I find you very good in something,
Hmm.
that first you will have to approach, right? You will have
Hmm.
to have a open mind to approach Hema, can I do something else for you? If
Hmm.
you're really eager to work.
Okay. Yeah.
Or you can ask from friends, family, the resources. And we will have to become this. So the biggest problem is money. They think that money is only the cash form lying in the bank account. It is
Yeah.
not so.
So
Right?
it's a
There are
service.
other
Yeah.
ways. But
Yeah.
it's how we perceive money that matters.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, number two is family. My family will not support. My children will not support. My husband will not support. I want to tell, I have 2 kids. When I started my business, I was pregnant. And imagine this last 5 years, I have been staying with my in-laws. But still, I was able to break the boundaries, hire help because I stood for what I want. Somewhere, few things you have to be adamant, few things you will have to be little very no subtle. You need to know. You will be able to know that if you are clear about what you want.
Okay.
And if you are very strong about it, कि मुझे ये चाहिए ही चाहिए, then you will come out with all smart ways and ideas to accomplish that.
Yeah.
But if your mind is wavering and you're not clear what you want, you will end up, your mind will end up roaming and blaming that ye problem hai, ye problem hai, ye problem. Now again I say, it's okay. You start the work. When the clients come, she didn't even tell me what was her family problems. She only told the professional problems. But within 30 days, no, if you remember, we do 30 days manifestation challenge, where I work on their money, beliefs, and energy. The psychology and the energy part both. Now she is like, Hema, all of a sudden my husband is regularly doing workout. Earlier I had to scream, he never did. Automatically he's doing. Hema, all of a sudden, my daughter has stopped a few bad habits. Hema, all of a sudden, my husband is wanting to sit in the class where I'm sitting. Earlier, he was teasing. "Ki ye kya bagwas hai? What is this nonsense?"
Okay.
Now he is wanting to sit in that class. Now another client is like, even my husband also is wanting to do something. He has a skill. I said, you help him, but you charge him. He teased you last time, right? So all this shift, how it is happening? I didn't focus on their spouse, children, nothing. I didn't talk about also that thing. I only focused on them. And these things changed. How beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
And
Yeah.
as an entrepreneur, Bindu, I want to ask you, if your family life was not happy, if your health was not good, do you think you can focus on your business?
No, not at all, you know. So because that's a major area, no?
Major
Yeah,
area.
major area actually. Yeah.
Not for women. Yes,
Hmm.
men also get disturbed.
Yes.
There's a fight with the women,
Yeah.
wife or divorce going.
Yeah, as a human, if
Yeah,
you
that's
see,
human.
yeah, element you.
When you're so disturbed, how will you do the tasks I'm giving? How will you create content? And then I cannot blame the client that you're not doing this. See, generally, I have seen a lot of mentors. What they say, Hema, the problem is with you. You have not done this webinar. Is the problem is with you. You have not done the content.
Okay.
But who addresses my internal conflicts because of which I'm postponing, procrastinating, or not able to do? But I focus on those internal conflicts because of which they're lagging, and so they
Yeah, yeah,
success is
yeah,
faster.
yeah.
And this is how we work on.
Yeah.
So now this is about the family. So main thing is money, and then is family.
Yeah.
Now coming to time. Most of the entrepreneurs, they started as a side hustle even before they quit their jobs. So you will have to take that pain for some time.
Yeah, you have to juggle between
You will
both.
have
Yeah,
to,
yeah,
yes.
yeah, both the things, yes.
You will have to understand the reward you will get in the next 1 year. You'll be able to quit the job which you're not liking. So for some time you will have to grind your teeth and do it. So the pain is inevitable. Number one. So again, I will bring my example. I used to stay in hostel. So I had to go to office, come back home, eat, and come back to the room, eat and sleep. I felt so busy, yaar. Morning waking up, going to office, coming back, and so tired. Now next stage, got married. Now, after marriage, I have to do the household chores. That time there was no maid, so to cook, wash the vessels, do the some cleaning, and then go to office, come back. I was so busy. Morning 6 o'clock I wake up, night 11 o'clock I sleep. I'm so busy. I was doing things, lunch, breakfast, dinner. Few things mother-in-law was helping. Again, my baby was born. Yeah. Or a baby is also born. How do I handle? It is so busy. But again, wake up at 5 o'clock. So at that is time when I got conscious about my weight when my son was 1.5 years, my first son. Wake up, go to the beach, do a 5 kilometer walk or run, do exercise, come home, cook, hand over the baby to the mother-in-law, leave to office. Now also so busy. Morning waking up, going to office, coming 11. So 24 hours were always there. Yeah. But did you see the shift? Yeah. Whenever there was my need, my urge, my drive to do things, I was able to accommodate. Even we do that here. Modi also has the same time. Yeah. He has known how to delegate, how to get work done, and he has prioritized. Same thing applies to us also. Yeah. So it depends on your urge. Yeah. So these are the main challenges that people bring. And if we work on this, automatically clients' business happens when you work on yourself. Yeah. Yes. It all starts there. Be it any field of work. I feel this is a major area where you have to know what you are at your core level, and then even though not core level, at least something that you know aware, day to day, how are you dealing things and what are you actually in your level. See, because here the more I'm focused on blaming my spouse or my child or mother-in-law, where you said wherever focus goes, energy flows. Yeah, energy flows. So my focus is going there. My energy is flowing in revenge, resentment, and blaming myself, guilt, pity. कि नहीं हो रहा है. And I'm going to telling to one of a friend, then my mother, and then someone saying, my life is so problematic. And I'm trying to seek validation. कि someone says, oh, so pity, Hema, you are such a pity, poor girl, you're struggling so much. Yeah. I'm seeking validation. I'm wanting that no pity, sympathy. Yeah. So my focus is there. Yeah. Imagine I start thinking, what is that I need to work on? Why am I not able to align this? Where is my patience lacking? Do I need more patience? Do I need more skill? Can it get healing or a counseling or what? My focus is on my self transfer. So when the focus goes, energy flows. Result is accordingly.
Yeah. And when you actually vibrate at that level, everything shifts at home. That's why, before, people used to say a woman is a major, energy source for the house. Why do they
Yes,
say that? It's not that,
exactly.
all the burden is put onto the woman. It's because of the energy, that vibration matters, the feminine energy that we
Yes,
call.
yes,
So that matters so much.
yes.
So your psychology background also will be helping you in this, isn't it?
Exactly. Very much, very much.
To understand people,
Yes,
and
yes.
to get
Huh.
how they will be relating or looking at you, or
Yes.
whatever, looking at their life, in fact,
I will
isn't it?
say, no,
Hmm.
every healer and life coach
Yeah.
must do a psychology course.
Yeah.
You need not do in a big college or thing.
Hmm.
You do a correspondence course, but do it, or do a diploma.
Yeah.
But please do it. It will
Yeah.
help you
Yeah.
to get faster results, because now you will be able to give that logics of how their
Huh.
brain is working. Because
Yeah.
a lot
Yeah.
of people don't understand the energy involved when we say
This is one thing I have realized. The moment you say energy, they feel it's some mumbo jumbo stuff, and then you can't even see it with your eyes.
Yeah.
It's something which is experiential, and they don't relate.
Yes.
But when the moment you put in logic and the principles and all that, which is scientifically
Yeah.
proven, people take it.
Yes.
People do get it, and then they start relating to
Until
that
you
part.
penetrate in our brain or thoughts, how will you bring a change?
Yeah.
In the
Yeah.
healing,
Yeah.
you always say when you do the healing
Hmm.
that the client was receptive, client was not receptive, it was very,
Yeah.
the energy
Yeah.
was very
Yeah.
less, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So that is the
Yeah,
thing,
yeah,
no? The
yeah.
benefits are
Yes, yes, yes,
so,
yes. Because the human body is such a complex mechanism. If you really look at it, you will not be able to figure out.
yes,
So what all happens, and then here we go on actually fixing up everything in the outside world. That's what many people do. Most people do fixing outside world, and then it doesn't click, and then they feel, oh, mine is gone. It is
yeah,
not successful. That's why many entrepreneurs who have started have actually shut down.
yes,
Shut shop
yes,
because of this reason. I think so,
exactly.
this is one of the major reason they're not able to pull off. So here comes your program, which can be so helpful for them. So helpful in a way where they can carry forward, especially women. Women, because women juggle between many things.
So much,
So
yes,
much. I've seen women starting and they keeping it aside and saying, "Oh, family,
my kids,
kids, family, and all
yeah,
that."
yeah,
But after a certain age or anything, children grow up and then they are
they are
left,
empty.
yeah, empty. Totally, they feel
And
empty. Yeah.
yes.
So this is one of the programs which can really benefit, isn't it? How do you call this high ticket program? What is it about?
So high ticket is all about commitment. See, I have done programs for 4999 also.
Hmm.
But what do clients do? They do a certain stuff and then they forget.
Hmm.
What is the materialistic outcome or long term outcome? What is the shift? Because it's just 4999, right? Nowadays,
Yeah.
how does it matter? I mean, that's not a big money. Even 1 lakh is not a big money for a lot of people.
Hmm.
But when you have gone through that pain to pull on that resource and invest on yourself, you tend to become a little more serious. Number one. This is from the client perspective. Because you know that you have a debt. A lot of people actually, most of the people, I believe that they don't invest with cash in hand. I never invested with cash in hand. Always I had to borrow through a credit card or a friend or whatever. Then I earned it back. So I have seen a lot of coaches who come also, they are only arranging it.
Hmm.
Now, when you have that fire, so human brain is driven by two things,
Hmm.
fear and reward. But the irony is, reward does not excite you so much as much the fear.
Okay. Okay.
Imagine I tell you that I will give you a big bungalow as a gift and do this.
Hmm.
Compared to, I tell you that tomorrow you will die. Which action will you perform? To get the gift or to save your life?
Save her life only. Totally fine. That
Fear,
is, yeah, fear. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So fear drives people. Now, this fear of my EMI, the payment, or no, this thing ensures that I am on the thing. Now, there's a level to it. Too much of fear or guilt can also take you down.
Hmm.
But our human brain, if you see children also, you give them some reward compared to you threaten them. Threatening is easy than rewarding them and pacifying them. That is what the new age parents are learning, how to pacify, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
what worked earlier,
Yeah.
our parents
Yeah.
threaten.
Threaten.
Cake
Yeah.
lagaungi. I'll chuck you out of the house.
Yeah.
Then you go, okay, mommy.
Yeah.
Discipline.
Yeah.
So we have been conditioned from generations like this. What can we
Yeah.
do now?
Yeah. Yeah.
High ticket comes there only. You charge the right amount. Now, second, to the provider,
Hmm.
the mentor,
Hmm.
even though you pay me 10 lakhs, and if you don't perform or surrender to my ideas, then you don't get results. When you don't get results, I feel empty.
Yeah.
I start doubting my program. So it kills my confidence. The high ticket is all about the right energy exchange, where
Hmm.
you're loving to put the efforts. Compared to person who paid me 5,000, compared to person who paid me 5 lakhs, there's a difference in the seriousness. He's serious about it, so he has invested that money. Right? People are ready to buy iPhone, their laptop, and gadgets, but they will not invest on therapy and
Yeah.
sessions.
Yeah.
You agree, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but someone who is invested that money in their self transformation is serious.
Hmm.
And so it gives me the boost to really go that extra step forward to help,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
And that is where again high ticket comes. So it becomes like a spiritual no connect, the high ticket, the commitment from both the ends. So that right energy exchange is needed for the time and effort. People sometimes say, ki, okay, for 4 sessions or 1 session, this much, whatever. But we also need to remember that when a client enters our vortex, the moment they are signed up with us, no matter you're sleeping also, before sleeping, you think of your client. Have you noticed this, Bindu?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
When you wake up, you're walking somewhere, I see something, oh, this can be a good idea for my client. I forward this to my client. Use this idea for your promotion.
Hmm.
So 24/7, they are in my mind. So imagine how much my brain is consuming energy for that every thought. Thoughts are energy. Every thought
Exactly.
is consuming energy like a battery, like
Yeah.
the mobile phone has apps. So now every client running in my mind is consuming energy. It is going to drain me out of the task that I am supposed to otherwise do.
Hmm.
So until I don't have a real energy exchange for that, how can I do justice to my work? People don't understand
I
that. They only
totally,
see
yeah.
the materialistic thing.
Yeah.
कितने hour का session है. They don't
Yeah.
understand the energy that we are transforming to them, the intentions, right? And very few people understand that. And we
Yeah.
only want to work with very few people who are really committed towards
Committed,
it,
yeah.
right?
Instead of getting, a bunch of people or a crowd,
Why do you want that?
yeah,
And that
yeah,
is
yeah. Dreams, particularly people. And it actually, what I come to get to know from
yeah.
this is so much of responsibility from both
Yes.
ends, isn't it? As you say, the energy exchange is equal. Yeah, yeah. And the other person is also serious about the work, and because they have invested in that, isn't it? So there calls an energy exchange. I do truly believe in this energy exchange, and it has to be equal. It has to be in sync.
Yes.
Otherwise, it doesn't work at all. There is a mismatch then,
Yes.
where you give so much and the other person is taking so much, and the output is also not there. It doesn't match at all in
Yeah.
any manner. Actually makes so much of sense. So I just wanted to know this term, what it is all about.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like when you combine this modality in the sense, where the self work is also there in this, do you think people are able to tune to it immediately, or do they have questions, or like, why this, and I'm finding it so difficult, and what is this all about?
Yes, they have a lot of questions. They have a lot of questions and resistance
Towards it,
yes.
yeah.
And you'll have to be very patient. And that is why you will have to curate. See, your brain needs one proof to believe.
Hmm.
And faster you can give a proof, faster they will believe and trust you. And the beauty of my program, it becomes easy, is that first week itself they'll see some shift.
Okay.
A lot of people have also told ki, Hema, the moment I transferred the money, I don't know, so many things changed in my house or my life. I didn't believe it first. To be
Okay.
very honest, Bindu, I didn't believe it. Now, I will say again this angel client who came into my life, and she is already a very spiritual person. Highly intuitive and spiritual. She was a Hindu to whose house the followers come to seek the advice and blessings.
Okay.
Every day, 100 people will be sitting in their house. That kind of a big family is that. Now she belongs to that family. She had just lost her father, and she converted to Islam even before when father was there, because her belief system she shifted. She came for her first session, and she was saying so many things. I said, "My God, she knows so much of." That was a little beginning stage for me. And now again after 3 months, she came to him. I want a session. Suddenly on a night she messaged. I said, "Okay." She transferred me the fund. I gave her a session for early morning 6 o'clock. And morning she is telling, the moment I transferred the fund to you, a lot of things changed. But then we had a session, and then she said, I want to work with you for a long time.
Okay.
And a lot of people have told me this. I tell people that money, you agree that money is energy. I tell people that money has to go out first before it comes in. So now where it goes is very important. Whether you're giving it for an iPhone or for some party or to a self work or a healing or a travel or a charity matters. Now, the moment you do that transfer, there's an energy shift happens, because the moment when I'm giving the money out of my way, there are a lot of fears, inhibitions, doubts come.
Yeah.
Right? Whenever we are giving money somewhere, they come. So now I'm overcoming all of them without even needing a healing by transform in the form of money.
Okay. Okay.
So
Okay.
your energy vibration shifts.
Because you're giving something which is valuable also.
Yeah,
It is a
you have
value.
so
Yeah.
much efforts to earn
Yeah.
that money. Isn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You are feeling as if energy level. Might be a lot of logical people don't understand it,
Yeah.
but it is like I'm giving a part of my hard-earned money
Yeah. Yeah.
to something which I don't know whether should I believe or not, or it's tangible or not.
Yeah. Yeah.
Car is tangible. The fame which will come for temporary fame that will come for car is tangible.
Yeah. Yeah.
But is this personal transformation tangible?
That's what it's an experiential thing. Total.
So how
Totally.
do I
Yeah.
how shift perception thing has to happen when I have to transfer. And when I do that, connection happens. So we see, once we have exchanged something in between you and me, we have built a connection.
Yeah.
Energetic connection also happens. So my aura and your aura has to connect. There has to
Yes. Yes. Where you
be.
vibe together. Yeah.
That you are the average of the people around you.
Yeah. Collective. Yeah.
Collective. Right?
Yes. Yes.
Around you, your family operates, orbits. So you shift and they will shift by default. All this is a related.
That's what just a person is required in a house to, one person to align. Yeah, align, and then the others align with that. So totally.
When I was in school, I never bothered about it.
Yeah.
Only when I came to manifestation, I really understood where whole universe was a rock and it got into fragments. And what are we? We all are this fragment.
Fragments.
Plants, animals, everything.
Yeah.
So are we connected or not? We are connected to that source, right?
Source, yeah.
How many of us understand this connection?
Yeah.
Right? That is what manifestation quantum entanglement talks about. What is shifting here? Something is shifting elsewhere also. Whoever is in my thoughts, something is happening to them also. So when I work on my thought, the change happens there.
Yeah. Just like we are a mini universe, a small miniature of the universe. Everything is there. Whatever is there out is there in. So if this fundamental thing, the stuff is, people realize, understands it a little bit, I think so much of transformation can come about, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, across the world. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Who catches that?
Yeah.
Is it logical?
Yeah.
People might talk Instagram algorithm, blah.
Yeah.
But can you justify or give a proof
Yeah.
to it?
The moment we shift our thought, somewhere we come to get, connect. Yeah. Yeah.
But no uterus. She's a relationship coach and she's wanted to grow her business, but so many things are happening wrong in her life. She's not able to cope. But in just few days, I didn't even give her my whole program because of she had a money problem. I said you take a part of it and work on yourself. The moment the work happened, she started getting inquiries from international clients. Now, how this happens? Can you give me logic to it?
Yeah.
It's a proof of energy shift.
Yeah.
Right?
Totally.
So,
Yes.
as an entrepreneur, if you don't work on energy, no matter how many DMs you send, you do ads, you will only get non-poor quality people. There is a line, and we will have to admit.
Yeah.
I say that entrepreneur, you are in a spiritual journey. Don't think you are in a money journey. Employees, I agree that you are in a money journey, at least because you're in a survival mode, on a scarcity mindset, and you are submissive.
Yeah.
Right? And you are into fear.
Yeah.
Right? But when you have become an entrepreneur, life will just turn you upside down, and if you cannot survive that and work on yourself, then it's a boom. And so, entrepreneurship itself is a spiritual journey. I often mention.
Yeah.
I don't know how many of them relate.
Yeah. No, there are people who are actually waking up to this nowadays, where they see that a lot of self work is required for them to progress and all that. But we need to bring in a lot of awareness to this. A
Yes.
lot more awareness, and I think so.
And
People
it's our
like,
duty.
yeah, yeah. It is your. We have to give back, isn't
Yes.
it? Whatever we
Yes.
have learned. Hema, I just want to know. I've been listening to a lot of masculine and feminine energies nowadays. And when I look around, into people and everywhere, I see a lot of women, especially I just want to address women because those are the things changes that I've seen now. They become so aggressive and, want to do and all the time want to prove like, they are equivalent to the masculine, the males. And each one of them, all the girls out, the young girls out, everybody is into doing and showing and, proving that they can do something and want to be a professional. That is okay, actually. A lot of career oriented things. Even if you see the college going students and all, they actually see their future somewhere. They already would have planned so much. And I see a lot of doing stuff where, and I see something is missing, the flowing part is missing, the feminine is missing, being with the flow, being natural, caring, being affectionate. Those things are actually missing. So since we all human, though an entrepreneur and all, we are all into the human
Yes.
realm, and we have the balance of these energies only can help people to live a good fulfilled life, happy life or joy life, joyful life, whatever you call it. How do you manage this? Because whoever comes to you may be coming up with some kind of extra more of that masculine kind of energy, which is more about doing, but manifestation feminine works.
Yes.
Yeah, what works for
It's all about
manifestation?
being.
Yeah, the money energy and all is of feminine energy, so how do you help in this? Because as we discussed earlier, many people are not aware of this.
Yeah.
So how do you manage this? I just wanted to know. I'm very curious to know about this part. you know
Yes, such a beautiful question, Bindu.
yeah.
There's a lot of talks around now masculine feminine energy as well. So even when male entrepreneurs come,
Hmm.
we only work on how grounded they are, how they are relishing and enjoying life.
Hmm.
Because they're like, no, my debts are piling up and my sales is not happening right, wrong. This person is getting this trouble. One, two, three.
Hmm.
Okay, fine. So there's so much into this doing thing, right? And we have to teach them to halt,
Hmm.
focus for themselves, and think. We have to, in fact, educate them that money is a feminine energy,
Yeah.
and in what all forms it get pleased.
Hmm.
So nurturing, grace, inspiration, and all of this only comes when you again pamper yourself.
Creativity also.
Yes,
That's also feminine.
creativity.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So I don't know how funny it will be. Most of the times, the best of the ideas come in the toilet.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we
Yeah.
also suggest when my clients come in the beginning, I suggest them always keep a notebook in the washroom. You never know what idea would come, and there are a lot of people who do that,
Yeah. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Because I feel that's the most calm place for most of the people.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And for men, I think I don't want to mention that
Yeah.
they take the mobile or newspaper and sit in the
Yeah.
washroom.
Yeah.
So in that state, a lot of ideas come.
Hmm.
Same way when you shower, the ideas come.
Hmm.
So when your brain is more in a relaxed state, ideas come. So when ideas are money,
Hmm.
now ideas plus implementation is equal to
Hmm.
money.
Hmm.
These two things we have to nurture.
Yeah.
So for that, you will have to give yourself love. Now, women have a lot of opportunity to do that.
Hmm.
Men actually have been programmed to be logical and objective.
Yeah.
So it becomes a little difficult, but yes, when they surrender to us, they do it. Whereas women, they have a lot of options, starting from the way they groom themselves and, small things like showing creativity and love in the cooking and how do they manage the house or their family and asking for help or, being okay to do the mistakes. So, what has made the masculine is the guilt. I have to be perfect. The stereotypes have been created like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Women was the prime source of any no community or family, I would say. But Over the years, I will say even women are responsible for that.
Yeah.
Okay. So if I'm a mother of a son, might be I will manipulate my son saying so and so to protect my son. And slowly it has converted into the society that we are living in.
Hmm.
So now this woman has got burden to prove herself. Now the lot of men are changing and very cooperating. Women are becoming masculine and now men are finding it difficult. Right. We used to talk about narcissist men.
Yeah.
Women are also narcissists.
Yes.
They have become like that.
Yeah.
And what has made it? The need to prove, the need to be the best, because all attention men are getting. Women are always saying that you don't belong.
It's like in a backstage.
Huh.
It used to be like that. Yeah. Yeah.
There's a girl, there's a boy. Now, if you notice, the girl gets all the attention from the childhood.
Mhm.
She's a girl child, dress up nicely, and the functions, and everyone who comes, they are praising the girl child.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the boy is completely ignored. Now imagine the kind of hatred and resentment he will develop against the girls.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where is it coming from? We giving too much attention to the girl, beautifying her and praising her serenity and stuff. We are not giving her the strength. We are only telling you are a idol of being humble or beauty. That's all we talk about. And men cut off no attention. As they grow up, they see women as something to compete with rather than seeing as companion. So first step is starting here. And this girl, so now after the marriage, even before marriage, she's been told, no, ki paraya dhan ho, you are a
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
and it should be like this. Now you will have to brand our name, maternal house and also the in-laws house. Now she is constantly into that, and she has lost herself. So much of pampering, attention. All of a sudden now, all the blame also is on you now.
Mm-hmm.
Men have been programmed to see her as a competitor already.
Yeah.
And now the woman is already seeing herself as a victim. How do you think they will have the feminine energy? She is
Yeah.
not feeling safe. Who will make her feel safe?
Yeah.
That's why we are requesting men to be little understanding. We're not blaming men. We are requesting men to be little understanding that the woman is fragile. Whatever you're seeing her version is all co-created by all of us. Your version and her version. So we need some support. Because we also go through some biological changes. Again, that creates aggression. And if the counterpart in the environment doesn't understand, again they see us as foe. Again, more of masculine energy to survive, thrive, fight, prove.
Yeah. Yeah.
Again, it is
Yeah.
getting.
Yeah. Yeah.
So at every stage, this is happening.
Yeah. It's a cycle actually, and we are going through that cycle. Yeah. Yeah. More and more.
She doesn't acknowledge, safe. Now she gets into aggression ki मैं कुछ कर दिखाऊं. She is slowly becoming emotionless because whenever I'm emotional, I feel a threat. I will be hurt. I will be broken easily. And now what we do when a woman entrepreneur comes is to first we will have to validate their emotions.
Exactly.
That is where a work of a community comes. See, there's a difference between one-to-one mentoring and one-to-many. When you are in a community of like-minded people and you know that it's not only me who is a victim of this kind of society, there are a lot of them. Now you explore options on how to work. And now you are feeling belong. So far you are made to feel that you are the only useless person in the earth. But now you know that it is not about being useless. Everyone is going through this and it is not our fault. It is the fault of the people. And nothing to do with you. So having a community, then cheering up, making them feel their worthiness, introducing their skills to themselves, teaching them more of self-love, acceptance, and to a little more surrender. Don't see your spouse as a competitor, and rather see wherever again focus goes, energy flows. If you are going to see him as a competitor, you will see the response similarly. But when you change, you calm down yourself. In my mentoring, I also give some healing sessions. Okay. Right? So I collaborated with some healers, and all my clients who come for mentoring, I give them some free healing sessions also because I understand the importance. How much ever you work on logical, the healing is there. So collectively, this brings a change. I'll share a small example how your belief can actually impact. Recently, I studied in art. A man was put into a jail and he was told that he will be bitten by a cobra. He was scared. He was shown a giant cobra also in
Hmm.
front of him.
Okay.
Now they blindfolded him. And now they used a pin to prick him exactly like a cobra would prick. And he seriously started collapsing as if a poison and he died. Cobra didn't prick, the pin pricked, but he assumed it was cobra. It is a real experience, right? Imagine there are a lot of such things. Placebo, this is an example of placebo.
Placebo. Yeah.
We take medicine, it is not just the medicine.
Yeah.
Your trust on the doctor that works.
Yeah.
Your trust on the mentor that works.
Yeah.
I told one of my reels, Sri Krishna says, it is not the knowledge of the guru
Hmm.
that brings change in you,
Hmm.
but your surrender towards the guru that brings change. In you.
Change. It's a beautiful
Placebo.
thing. Yeah. Placebo.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So all these things work, and this is how we comfort and no, we make them aware of what they're worthy, and they start working, and by default they see a change in their feminine energy.
Yeah. Yeah.
And stuff. So, Bindu, I want to ask you a question. You are a healer yourself, right?
Yeah.
So, what are things you suggest for men to do or avoid to harness the feminine energy? Because for men it is very difficult.
Yeah. It's something I think so. First is a readiness, the willingness to actually explore that space in you. See, we all have that space within us.
Yeah.
Okay, even women tend to be more masculine, and we tend to be like we have to provide and do and so many things. So we shut off the feminine aspect. But there are, I have seen some of my friends, who are taking both together,
Wow.
balance,
Amazing.
and they really stand up for themselves. And everything comes at their feet. Everything comes
Yes.
because they're so aligned, the
Yeah.
masculine and feminine, like Shiva and Shakti aligning. Okay, so for men, if you say, as you say, so logical, and they feel this part, they can't even relate to it. They feel, what is this? It's all women oriented things, and it is actually kept in that manner.
Yes.
Women are very emotional, women are, they have a set of things there like that. So for the men to actually venture into this, first is a readiness and willingness and something shifting in them. Without that, they can't. I have seen some of them, I'm working with some of them who are ready to actually look at this part, the feminine aspect in them. In the feminine aspect in them, to nurture, to care, to actually flow. And that comes because I think so, maybe they are more ready for it.
Yes.
You cannot push them into this at all. I've seen many of them, they just run away.
Yes. Yes.
You cannot push them, so you have to wait, give that space and wait. You want to work with somebody in your field also, give them that space, put it up, wait. That's all you can do.
And what all do you think women needs to avoid in order to stay in the feminine? What are the few things that women are doing out of masculine energy?
Masculine is more about aggressive, proving that,
Okay.
yeah, I can actually do everything. When you do that, when you try to prove yourself that you can do everything, provide and take care and
That's
run the
masculine.
that comes under
So
masculine.
basically, we need to learn to say a no.
Yeah.
And limit ki I'm tired. मैं उससे इतना ही
Yeah, and the feminine energy is all about nurturing, taking care, flowing, inspiring, and
The grace, right?
grace. Yeah, just flow with life. That's what feminine does. So what does the money energy do? It
Yes.
flows.
Yes.
Why doesn't it flow? So in a household where the feminine is not taken care, women are not taken care,
That is
that
where
the money
problems come.
comes.
Yeah, you are so right.
Yeah. It comes.
So right.
And many of them don't understand this.
Yes.
They
Yes.
actually keep putting that feminine down.
Down.
They just kept there. You are not good enough for this. You don't understand this.
So most of the
Yeah.
I think if you see patterns of these richest people, I think the real no live example for now would be Ambani. Their women are so pampered. We don't know
Powerful.
the inside story.
Powerful, feminine.
Powerful. They are
Yeah.
put onto the spotlight. They are being.
Yeah.
I have seen a lot of these reels where they say he get gifts to the women,
Yeah.
pamper them, beautify them, get silver and all these things.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
the more you nurture her,
Yeah.
no, the
Yeah.
love energy.
Yeah. And
Right?
many of them don't understand, if the women are kept happy, the house is taken care.
Automatically, yeah, because she is in a positive vibration.
Yeah, yeah. Because
She's
women
influencing
always give.
everyone. Huh.
We
Givers.
givers, and how can we give if we don't have?
Yes.
That is what is happening now.
Got it.
Okay, so this is what is happening.
We have
And
to
the-
really push hard.
yeah. So how beautiful that you are able to combine this and this. That is what I'm
Very
actually
important.
saying.
Yes.
You know. Yeah.
So, Bindu, so now see, working on beliefs and stuff is okay. It takes time. But what I have seen is directly working on the frequency, energy and vibrations, energy centers, right? So you are a healer yourself and you know very well about chakras and all, right? So what is the most important chakra that every entrepreneur should work on?
I feel the most important, the healing. In our body, we have 7 chakras. Okay, there are outside, there are other few chakras also. 7 chakras in the body. And I feel the most important chakras in this, all are equally important, but in this also the most important are the 3 base chakras which are there.
The foundations.
The foundation has to be strong. I have seen from my experience, if this is not strong, no use of you going higher in
Yes.
spirituality.
Got it.
I have seen many of them doing chanting and mantras, but if you see, they are in a mess.
Yeah.
The other side of them in a mess.
Yes.
Why? Because they have those desires and those things which are not being dealt with. The need. Okay, the human needs are there.
It's not fulfilled.
Yeah, it's not fulfilled. And where does it fall? It falls on the 3 lower chakras.
As you say about the needs, I think the Maslow's need hierarchy triangle, I think almost somewhere aligns with this 7 chakras.
Yeah.
He talks about food, shelter need, and we work on the root chakra for the basic needs.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
And then he says love and belonging.
Belonging. The feelings and all. Yeah. Yeah. Power.
So aligned.
Aligned, yeah. And where the fulfillment comes, it comes here around this area. Yeah. That's how they have taken it. You've taken it as a human, this thing only, from the base to the up. So it's a need, and why do we say no to this need? So fun is a basic need. Fun doesn't mean just going out and having fun. Depends on each person. It is different for each one of us. Maybe art is a fun for me, or just listening to music is fun for me. But when you have that need, you have to cater to that need. It is required. Me being in the special needs and healing and everything, I used to just want to meditate and be there. But this is an honest revelation from my okay, and I have felt what I have found is there was something which was lacking in me. I always used to feel, though this is there, but I'm not happy fully. Later I just came to know that the needs are not met. The fun aspect, or whatever desires we have, I started meeting. I just give myself the permission to do that. So each one of us, we have to do that. I give myself the permission to do that, being human. And that is how energy flows. So if the base chakras are not strong, which is a foundation for everything, your work life, the money, the abundance, prosperity, everything comes here. That has to be strong for you to go up. And that is why I think, there was a time when we locked it at the Malapur. Yeah. So exactly, Bindu. So there was a time when there were clients, they were not taking actions. I was attracting clients who were willing, they paid the money, everything, but they were not taking actions. Then I remember the Dr. Hewlin's lesson where you have to work on your own energy, where he cured that the whole ward of without seeing. So I realized that my energy is somewhere affecting, might be affecting my clients. So I don't know what to do. I thought, let me go inside. Whenever there is no answer, it means answer is inside. So that is why I started this 90-day success magnet challenge for my community, where every day morning we would wake up at 4:45, 5 o'clock, and only focus was chakras.
subliminal activation of chakras, your Bij mantra, mudras, everything about chakras. And the results were so quick.
Yeah.
Clients approached me with sessions. They asked me, ma'am, what to do next, and ma'am, I want to really restart. I'm on the realization that they are stuck, and all those things happen.
You hit the right
Then
point, yeah.
How counseling? How many sessions will we do counseling? They are almost. They have done counseling. They are aware of what is the problem.
Yeah.
So they're aware, but they don't able to do. So there's something which is invisible.
Hmm.
So I said shortcut. What is the shortcut? Because business is about money. You need a turnaround. So shortcut. And I felt that working on the energy was the shortcut.
Yeah.
And I hit directly working on the
Chakras, yeah.
and amazing results
Yeah.
at my community.
Yeah.
So that is where I saw action takers coming in and existing clients taking action. And you're so right. It's all about the groundwork.
Yeah.
First.
So answering your question is 3 chakras that you have to actually work on solidly,
Chakra, sacral and
and the solar plexus.
Yes.
Solar plexus is for the power and wisdom, and everything starts there. And many of them have so much of emotions pent up. How do you think that will work? Because it's an emotional center.
It's stuck, no?
Yeah, it's stuck. That is why it doesn't move. That's why they say, yeah, 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 yeah. So that's what is happening. That's why many of them say that I'm doing so much, but still nothing is moving. Why is it not moving? Because something has to move here. It has to be out.
It is not seen. So
Yeah,
don't believe.
yeah. It is like a
Until you
cleansing.
get into a high ticket or you really get into a big trouble.
Yeah.
So until you are in, see, only when you are into big trouble,
Yeah.
you need to do anything to get
Anything to get out of it.
And
Yeah.
I say that universe brings into the disruption only for this.
Yeah.
So that you surrender.
Yeah.
It has given
So
you small bit,
yeah.
you didn't do it.
Yeah.
Now I'm giving you a big push out. Now at least you do.
Yeah, because challenges are always interesting.
Yeah.
It actually throws light. Something has come and something has to move.
Something new has to be thought.
Yeah. For me, always it is. Yeah,
Thought process,
yeah.
Something new.
I always look at it. Wow, it's an interesting phase now. So let me. Actually, we have to work.
Even now, whenever I'm stuck, I see to work with myself with my techniques, or I reach on to healer. Right? I think I come to you sometimes. I go to Rupa and for sound healing, then for the the family consultation. So I just want answers. So I just go, I surrender myself and get it done. Yeah. Right?
So that's a point actually which you said. Me being a healer doesn't mean that I'm actually okay every time.
Yes.
I go to people. Yeah, I take help. Yeah, I take help and I try to actually overcome whatever is actually stopping me from going to the next stage of my life. So I do that. So each one. Yeah. It's not that everything we know. We can't be in that zone at all. Yeah, we have to be work in progress, and also at the same time try to give out to people what you know. Sharing and again learning, sharing and learning.
Even top millionaires have a mentor. Mentors. Their own mentors. They have financial advisors. They have caretakers. So many. They invest in that. They know the importance of having that. Yeah, because it has to move, no? Yes. It has to keep growing. It's not a linear thing, no? It is something which goes in circle. Yeah, and you cannot put all your energy in figuring out that. Because if you have to figure out, so my energy goes in working with my clients. So who will take care of my energy? Yeah. I reach for external help because I have no more energy left. Yes. To work on myself. Because I give award to my clients. Yeah. So I take external help. Because we always reach a point where we don't know what to do. Yes. Then what are we going to do? Yeah. Take help. There are people to help you out. Yeah, new discoveries. That's how it works. So yeah. As we come to the end of the show, what would you like to actually share with our viewers? Any insights on what? I would only want to tell one thing to everyone who is watching this. See, money cannot be the end. It is never the end. So only because you're seeing money as the end goal, you are not getting enough drive, passion, or motivation. So you have not learned how to perceive money. Money is a vehicle to reach your end goal. It could be about creating a school, charity, philanthropy, helping people, showing love to so much of other people. For all, remember that you need resources. And money is a resource. So don't try to be like Krishna says, it's not me telling. When Arjuna was confused in the Mahabharata and he was about to drop his weapons against his relatives, Krishna says, "You are a coward." And Arjuna is shocked. Why is he talking like this? He says, you are a warrior, you are meant to fight. And if you drop your weapons even before you fight, it means you fear no, the battle. And then it means you are a coward. So first you go battle, win, and then talk philosophy. Right? So go and aspire for all the joy and luxury in your life. Battle and work for it. Heal yourself throughout the journey. Go through all upskilling, work, and disruptions and come out of it. Once you have accomplished everything, now you renounce. And there is the real no person, spiritual person in you who says, I don't want any luxury and materialistic things. But before even you earn, if you say no, you are a coward because you fear that struggle and the battle. And this is said by Krishna, not me. And this is the whole context of seeing money as a vehicle towards your dreams and purpose for which you are born. Now it's up to you. I hope this helps everyone, and you can always no reach on for any queries in the chat box. We will be very happy to answer in less than 24 hours.
So we have come to an end of the show. We have had a beautiful conversation with Hema, actually taking into consideration the money aspect, which is considered like a taboo. Sometimes nobody wants to talk about money. All they talk is about success. And success, money is also a part of that part. Money is something, an exchange that you get for the work done. And the conversation that we had, it's so mind blowing. I've actually learned so much today, Hema, in your this thing, and wishing you all the best in your mentoring journey. I know she will do the best, and anybody wants to make a difference in your life, where you want to do some business, where you feel stuck and you feel I'm not able to move, please do contact Hema for it. I can vouch she's the right person for that. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Hema, for coming to this show.